For close to 3 decades, Mobile Telephone Network or MTN Group has connected hundreds of millions of people across the globe.
We're committed to connecting Africans not only to each other, but also to the continent's largest digital and financial ecosystem.
In part 1 of this video, we looked at how this Pan-African company rose from the shadows of apartheid, went on to dominate the continent and dared global territories. Hi, my name is Francis and welcome to the Dreams of Success channel. Like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you for choosing to support this channel. In this video, we look at how MTN has remained competitive in radically changing telco business, especially in the recent past. We look at how the group championed innovations, diversified operations, split and closed some business units they considered misaligned with the changing dynamics, how the group is taking the fintech world by storm, and how they are becoming a technology company with massive investments in fiber connections and open API. Later on in this video, we'll look at the controversies surrounding MTN's rise to the top and some bare mistakes they may have made probably. This is the rise and dominance of MTN Group, Part 2. We begin in the Middle East, where MTN has gradually scaled down operations. The group intends to focus on the African market, where success has been prominent, and this relieves them of the stress that comes with operations in foreign economies. MTN is exiting markets outside Africa, and by doing so, they are becoming a true Pan-African company.
We see ourselves as a Pan-African company.
In 2020, MTN Group transferred their majority shareholding of 82.8% in MTN Yemen to Emerald International Investment, thereby exiting the market. The same year, MTN exited markets in Syria, Afghanistan, and decided to divest their 49% minority holding in Iran Cell over time. This was after the group cited a disappointing revenue of just less than 4% from their Middle East operations, on top of toxic relations with some authorities in those countries, especially in Syria. MTN has clearly diversified their operations, with much emphasis on fintech, which is called Momo, open API and fiber connectivity. In 2021, MTN confirmed plans to separate the fintech business from the telco operations, clearly preparing the group to exploit the rapidly growing digital finance market in Africa. According to the group president and CEO Ralph Amopita, MTN Momo, the fintech branch, registered the biggest year-on-year growth in transaction by 33.9%, followed by a year-on-year increase in data traffic of 32.6%. The group also registered an increase of 6.1% year-on-year in data traffic subscribers, now standing at 289 million. Additionally, MTN has invested heavily in optic fiber expansion to tap into the growing market of internet consumption. Bloomberg reported that MTN plans to build a 320 million inland fiber cable to connect 10 countries, with over 12,000 miles of cable.
What do crocodiles eat?
The group also launched the MTN Mobile Money Open API, and this has enhanced strategic collaborations with key players in the fintech space. The fintech business, or the MTN Momo, is a cash cow for the group. MTN Mobile Money is the largest mobile digital finance solution across the African continent, with a tune of 59 million subscribers in 17 countries.
Our commitment to driving financial inclusion remains undiminished.
Third parties including banks, utility companies, financial institutions, online merchants, and retail chains can easily interface with the MTN Momo application for numerous digital transactions. Through the open API to ensure safety and technical satisfaction, MTN partnered with Ericsson to introduce the MTN Momo Open API platform and developer portal. And that's not all. The company is already rolling out the eSIM service in Ghana. MTN entered a strategic partnership with Microsoft in 2022 that will see some of their programs migrated to Azure Cloud. Through this unique approach of deploying workloads to the public cloud, MTN is enabling opportunities to improve customer experience and enhance organizational agility through pursuing cost transformation. MTN was able to complete a proof of concept for the world's first 5G standalone core network solution deployed in Microsoft's Azure public cloud in just a few weeks.
Anywhere.
How far will you go?
MTN has communicated the pillars of their 2025 ambition, which include leadership, innovation, simplicity.
Is a can-do spirit, a positivity and can-do spirit around enabling Africans to move forward.
And this clearly shows the focus and efforts to ensure a future-ready MTN.
We are going to continue investing in driving an expansion of the digital ecosystem to enable e-commerce, to enable payments. We'll have some short-term pressures on revenue for sure, but you've got to look around the corner. You've got to.
Every rose has its thorn, they say. In October 2015, MTN was fined $5 billion by Nigerian Communications Commission, or the NCC, for failing to deactivate unregistered SIM cards, which resulted in unfortunate killings and abductions by rebels, probably. This was later reduced to around $1.6 billion, which MTN agreed to pay in 2016. This unfortunate scandal in Nigeria resulted in a number of high-profile resignations, including that of CEO Sifiso Dabengwa, unfortunately. The Rwanda Utilities Regulatory Authority, or RURA, fined MTN an amount of $8.5 million in 2017 for running their servers outside the country in breach of the operational license agreement. MTN would later accept to settle this obligation. In February 2019, Ugandan authorities deported executive staff of MTN Uganda, including the then CEO, Wim van Helleputte, for alleged concerns with national security. Mr. van Helleputte would be allowed back in the country after 3 months of the melee.
Turkish operator Telco is accusing MTN of bribing Iranian and South African officials to get the license.
And in 2012, Turkey's Turkcell opened a $4.2 billion lawsuit against MTN for being awarded a license to operate Irancell, which was first awarded to Turkcell. Turkcell alleged that MTN bribed on their way to winning the license, but the former would later drop the multi-billion-dollar case in 2013, citing frustrations by the US Supreme Court. In January 2012, an advocacy group called United Against Nuclear Iran, or UANI, challenged MTN to scale back its operations in Iran, alleging that MTN technology is, quote, enabling the Iranian government to locate and track individual cell phone users, in violation of users' human rights. In June 2012, Reuters and the BBC reported an allegation by Chris Kilawan, a former executive for the company in Iran, that MTN may have been complicit in securing American telecommunication technology for Sun Microsystems, Hewlett-Packard or HP, and Cisco Systems on behalf of Irancell. Oracle, which owns Sun Microsystems, said it was investigating and denied any involvement, saying it complies with the US export laws. Hewlett-Packard or HP issued a similar statement. MTN Group denied the allegations, saying that it complied with US sanctions against Iran.
Meanwhile, South African telecommunications giant MTN has shut down all its stores in Nigeria following the violence. Police had arrested dozens of people in Johannesburg for looting and rioting since Monday. South Africans have been protesting against high unemployment rates, with many blaming immigrants.
Challenges. Billion-dollar fines are not the only challenges the MTN Group have had to deal with. The group faces a big challenge of security threats in some countries like Sudan and the DRC, poor telco infrastructure, slow economic growth exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, and so on. Arguably, the worst came in 2019 from xenophobia attacks in South Africa. Many MTN shops were targeted in Nigeria, and this led to lost revenue and PR challenges. Luckily, this has been put behind, and MTN Nigeria continues to shine, the best performing business unit in MTN. Failure to buy Wari Telco in Uganda could have been another mistake by MTN. However, I guess this would have had a lot of challenges based on antitrust laws, and that MTN would have become a monopoly probably in Uganda. After joining the market in 1998, MTN became a shining star amongst Ugandans, a big hit indeed, a market which continues to be excellent for them. However, this customer base is aging. MTN is struggling to establish themselves in Kenya, a market which is almost exclusively enjoyed by Safaricom, and this is the hugest economy in East Africa. Also in Tanzania, Tigo seems to enjoy everything on its own, and MTN has not well established themselves in Tanzania.
Getting set for another day, another chance to change my story. I believe in my hustle.
Thank you for choosing to watch this video on Dreams of Success channel. Please look out for part 1 of the rise and dominance of MTN Group. I'm so proud of you as my viewer and can never take your time for granted. You deserve much more. I hope this video has informed you, and we continue to watch how far this MTN Group can rise. I see this challenge of an aging customer base can be solved with their other expansion and diversification like MTN Momo and these other products like Ayoba and these other services, which will eventually bring in other customers.
No matter what they do, we move. I don't go let wahala hold me.
It's always a pleasure to have you till the end of a video. I love you so much. My name is Francis and this is Dreams of Success channel. Dare and be different.